Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Political Swiftie1989. If you didn't see my post on my community tab, or if you just haven't seen my new name, it is now Political Swiftie1989. So just to let you know, this is another 2020 coin flip election video, and I would say like video whatever, but at this point I've lost track and don't feel like keeping track, so. And then here are our candidates: Bernie Sanders versus Glenn Youngkin. This basically is a can Bernie Sanders win a second term? Because if you remember, we go back to this, I think one of my first 6 candidate videos where Bernie Sanders was one of them, and it was like him versus like Tim Scott, I believe, and Bernie won the landslide. So we're going to see if he can win again against Glenn Youngkin. I did forget to write down information about them, so sorry, but you should probably know who Bernie Sanders is at least. Anyways, from what I know, Bernie Sanders is either the governor or former governor of Vermont, and then Glenn Youngkin is like the governor of Virginia, I believe. That's all I know of them. So, I also think Sanders right now is on like a whole fight the oligarchy thing with AOC. So, we have a map, we have our coin, and we'll start again. Heads Republican, tails Democrat, and we're starting off with Alaska going to Youngkin. Hawaii with 4 going to Sanders. Washington with 12 going to Sanders. Oregon with 8 going to Sanders. California with 54 going to Youngkin. Nevada with 6 going to Youngkin. Don't mind that, it's just cats. Idaho 4 going to Youngkin. Utah with 6 going to Sanders. Arizona with 11 going to Sanders. Montana with 4 going to Sanders. Wyoming with 3 going to Sanders. Colorado with 10 going to Sanders. New Mexico with 5 going to Youngkin. North Dakota going to Youngkin. South Dakota going to Sanders. Nebraska all going to Sanders. Nebraska's 1st district going to Youngkin. Nebraska's 2nd district going to Youngkin. Nebraska's 3rd district going to Youngkin. Okay. Kansas going to Youngkin. Oklahoma going to Sanders. Texas with 40 going to Sanders. Minnesota with 10 going to Youngkin. Iowa with 6 going to Sanders. Missouri with 10 going to Youngkin. Arkansas with 6 going to Sanders. Louisiana with 8 going to Youngkin. Wisconsin with 10 going to Sanders. Illinois with 19 going to Youngkin. Indiana with 11 going to Sanders. Ohio with 17 going to Youngkin. Oops. I guess we'll do West Virginia since it's Youngkin. Michigan with 15 going to Sanders. Kentucky with 8 going to Youngkin. Tennessee with 11 going to Sanders. Mississippi with 6 going to Youngkin. Alabama with 9 going to Youngkin. Georgia with 16 going to Youngkin. Florida with 30 going to Youngkin. So Bernie's not going to win a landslide, but we don't know if he's going to win at all. South Carolina with 9 going to Sanders. North Carolina with 16 going to Sanders. Virginia with 13 going to Sanders. New Hampshire going to Sanders. Vermont going to Youngkin. Connecticut going to Sanders. New Jersey going to Youngkin. I think in New Jersey over the past few elections has been leaning Republican, so I can see him flipping in the next couple. Delaware going to Youngkin. Maryland going to Youngkin. DC going to Sanders. Massachusetts going to Sanders. Rhode Island going to Sanders. Pennsylvania going to Youngkin, pushing him at 270. So Glenn Youngkin has won the U.S. presidency, winning the 2028 U.S. election, and Bernie does not secure a second term. Continuing this election night, going on to New York. Okay. What is happening? Sorry, don't mind the cats. Maine all going to Sanders. Maine's 1st district going to Youngkin. Maine's 2nd district going to Sanders. So, this concludes the 2028 U.S. presidential election with Bernie Sanders against Glenn Youngkin. Glenn Youngkin has won the election, receiving 299 electoral votes. Bernie Sanders has lost the U.S. election, not securing a second term, only getting 239 electoral votes. If you remember, Bernie won in a landslide against Tim Scott. Bernie got over 350 something, I believe, and Scott got under 200 or something. So Bernie again did not win a second term. Yeah, so that's this video. Hope you enjoy. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Comment some recommendations. I'm thinking maybe with my George Washington versus Abraham Lincoln video, I'm thinking taking real life U.S. presidents and putting them against each other, for example, JFK versus Ronald Reagan, or Lyndon B. Johnson versus John Adams. Just pairing presidents together to see, who can win. What is your issue? Well, I don't know what my cat's issue is, but anyways, I'm thinking about doing some celebrities, Taylor Swift versus Donald Trump. I don't know. Technically, Trump is a celebrity turned president, because before he got into politics, he was a celebrity, TV reality star and all that. So that's an example. But celebrities, musicians, actors, all that. I have a lot more videos to record throughout this week, so I can post throughout June, because I am going to be gone all of June. So I'm going to record this week and post all of June for these videos. So I hope you enjoy, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.